We are live on YouTube and Twitch. Episode 18, I believe. I have a special guest, Ashton Adonis from OVW. Um, I got to shout out my sponsors real quick. WG, DUBBYGG, uh, Rogue, and Advance. They are the official energy drink of this podcast. Um, get yours while you can using my code CWE99. And then also, I have a new sponsorship called Whip Energy. They're caffeine pouches, not nicotine pouches, caffeine pouches. It's like 200 milligrams caffeine in a pouch. Um, Code as usual, CWE99 for 10% off. And be sure to check out the merch. I got my QR code you can check out on the link. And then I'm about to bring them in.
What's
Ashton
going on?
Adonis.
What's going
How we
on,
doing?
everybody? Doing
How we
well,
doing? How
doing
we
well.
doing?
How's everyone out there doing today?
Not too bad.
Sweet.
Um,
It's
so
a
you
pleasure.
wrestled for OVW.
Yes, sir.
How long have you been working with them?
Going on roughly about 2 years with OVW. I started
Okay.
in May of 24. Yeah, so it'll be May of 26 will be my 2-year anniversary with OVW.
Okay. How long have you been wrestling?
So I actually graduated from my school where I was trained out of roughly 3 or 4 months prior to going to OVW. So right when I started showing up, learning the ins and outs, paying dues and whatnot, I was actually freshly graduated from an academy. And it wasn't actually the OVW Academy. It was White River
Okay.
Wrestling out of Fishers, Indiana. And that way, my head trainer there was none other than Mr. International Jake Oman, who's been a mainstay,
Okay.
obviously, in the States as well as internationally. 47, I believe, or 46 countries he's been in, able to perform in front of a live fan base. So that's been phenomenal. So I was there for about a year of training under him. And then previously before that, I was in Massachusetts under New England Wrestling Academy there, which is chaotic. And
Okay.
that's where the likes of, Christian Casanova, which is Cornel Hayes, Tommaso Ciampa, they all came from there as well. So I have pretty much been around a lot of prestigious schools, of course, but Jake Oman's my official trainer that graduated me, that gave me the green light. And then at OVW, I'm fine-tuning my career, obviously, for the past 2 years.
And how long have you been doing this?
So it's been a good time. Great.
Okay. So was there a match that made you want to get into the business?
So getting into the business, that's a loaded question, of course. There's a lot of things. We all grow up mostly a fan of the product, right? And we're always in school and we're doing the moves when we shouldn't be doing the moves to our friends and whatnot. So it's been a ride from there. What really got me into professional wrestling was to provide a natural escape for people, for individuals, for families, for children. So not to get gritty of it, but I mean, we all have those hardships and situations in our life and even in our childhood, and where wrestling provided that natural escape for me as an individual child at this time, and obtain and actually just be that natural escape for the next generation. So that for me was the reason of the professional wrestling.
For sure. What is your earliest wrestling related memory? Like at what point did you know that you could do this?
Well, I still don't know if I can do this, where every day it's still the goal is to get 1% better and to be the best version of myself for everybody, for what we're trying to portray and what type of experience we're trying to take everyone on. So there was a point growing up, my earliest memory is early SmackDowns. I'm talking like when Rey Mysterio first debuted, like the early 2000s is like my fondest memories that I can remember of wrestling where I was like, man, this is awesome, right? And then
Right.
kind of and staying in touch with what's going on and being able to be a part of thing that I knew of such a prestigious lineage at OVW, being able to be a part of that and be an active wrestler on a roster where I never thought I would even see myself as a child in Massachusetts.
For sure. Away from wrestling, do you have any hobbies or interests you like to do?
99% of the time, I'm trying to invest into the product, into what I can do for the fans. So that's, training, staying tip top, trying to get 1% better, like I keep iterating before. But when it's not training, it's really focusing on my business line. Like as you can see here, I got apparel, I got jackets, I got
Okay.
t-shirts, I got everything that I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to see a way of how I can better be the most astonishing man in fresh wrestling. And that's where it's like I want to be the Ashton Adonis. I am Ashton Adonis. So what do I look like? And that for me is make sure that I have, the presentation. I want to have new attire. I want to have a clothing line where everything is available. I got a Pro Wrestling Tees account. If you follow me on my social medias, which is Ashton _ Adonis _, you're able to have pre-sales and everything where you can get those jackets, you can get these t-shirts. I'm always trying to kind of grow my branding. So on my free time, I'm just trying to learn how to better network myself, get in contact with people who can, further me in my professional career, because this is something obviously that we take very serious. And we want to make sure that I can get the most runway out of it, because there's a million wrestlers out there, and how do you separate yourself from the rest?
For sure. For sure. Um, what is your day job, if you don't mind me asking?
So my job is like that's it. That's what pays
Okay.
the
Okay.
bills. If you guys have followed me on my social medias, I'm very big at posting monthly calendars and weekly kind of highlights of where
Hmm.
I'm going and where I'm going to be for the month and for the weeks. So I want to make sure that if you're a part of the Ashton Adonis experience, you're able to come out and see me uh, Thriller, Twitch when we're streaming for OVW, all these additional platforms. And obviously,
Yep.
we have you streamers that can grow our visibility in our networking, which has been greatly appreciated. We have a brand partnership with the CH, helps get us from an OVW perspective and a lot more visibility of a lot more streamers. And then obviously on the
For sure.
independence, I'm going around and I want to be able to go many places as possible. I've been in multitude of different states. I travel. I drove 16 hours for a match, 16 hours back. It doesn't matter. I'm out there to get as much eyes on the product, which the product is myself.
That's awesome.
That's where you got to go. You got to go where the places where people don't want to go, and you got to get uncomfortable. So,
And how old are you? How old are you?
right now I'm a young age, mid-20s. I'm not going to let anyone know, but I'm in my mid-20s.
Okay, so you're in your mid 20s, and you do this full time. So you got your head on the
I don't
tunnel
think I got that
vision,
last.
and I said you're you know so you're in your mid 20s. You're doing this full time. Like you got your head on
Cut
you
out a
got your
little bit
head on a
right there,
tunnel
brother. Can you repeat that?
vision. You got your head on a tunnel vision. So you do this full time.
Step.
That's really cool.
Yep, I was able to step away from a job full time to pursue this about a half a year ago.
That's awesome.
So it takes work, a
Um,
lot of drive time, a lot of dedication. I was able to align this to make it happen.
for sure. What is your own hometown and your favorite thing about your hometown?
Hometown, born and raised, Boston, Massachusetts, guys. So I don't want much
Okay,
slack being
okay.
in the Midwest from that. But no, I'm a Boston guy, and fondest memories. I mean, I remember running around the city when I was a kid and just experiencing it. I remember the Red Sox, obviously, being a big part of my childhood, being part of the Patriots dynasty as a kid growing up. So I mean,
Mhm.
the fondest memories is I miss the New England, I miss the Northeast, but being now centralized in the Midwest, you can being localized to OVW helps me get places geographically much more efficiently.
For sure. What do you reside at?
So right now I'm about an hour north from the Davis Arena in OVW. So I'm
Oh,
in parts of
so
Indiana.
oh, okay, okay. Cool, cool. Uh, can you tell us
Mhm.
about your first match, singles or a tag team? I'm sorry. Can you tell us about your first match as a singles and tag team?
What was the first part?
Uh, your first match, singles or tag team?
I'm trying to remember.
Can you hear
First
me?
match
Okay, okay,
was for a company up north for RCW, and that is
okay,
Revolution Championship Wrestling. That was up north here near the Elkhart, Mishawaka area. And my first
okay.
match was actually there for them in that uh, federation.
Okay.
So
Mm, do you remember anything specific from it? Like, did you learn anything from it?
road in front of us when it comes to being a wrestler. So being able to go out there and perform and just in front of a live crowd, it's something when you first get into it, you can't really wrap your head around it or what to expect. But it was
Right,
something that obviously when it happened, nerves, everything, butterflies, all that type of feeling, it definitely happens. But going out there and being able to get done with it and then finishing is one of the best or better feelings you're ever going to feel. So every day I'm learning. I'm not saying that I didn't learn anything specifically from that day, but when you start, you really don't know what to expect or how to expect or what to really take away from it because you're just trying to survive on day one, basically, and not
for
like
sure.
respectfully screw anything up. So moving
Yeah,
forward, I mean, now it's just learning how to um, really get that connection with the fans to can so they can relate and want to you and want to come support you. And so that is where we're learning each and every day and how to keep moving forward.
for sure. Um, can you tell us about your favorite match that you've been a part of, or your most proud match your
Oh
most
man, I've
proud
had
match? Yeah.
I've had so many. Just off top of my head, I mean, I've stepped in the ring with multitude of talent, like from my trainer, being in the ring, standing across against people like the likes of Mustafa Ali, Trey Miguel, Tom Latimer, Elijah Burke,
Okay.
Bob Evans. I mean, this was all within the past year. I was able to put these all on my resume and take away something from each and every single one of those matches. So I can't go out here and say I'm most proud of this. Everyone I
Mhm.
just listed was a crucial, important part of who I am today. I'm still able to have a good connecting relationship with some of these individuals that help me through everything going on. So, I mean, going in the ring with 36 minutes with the Pope Elijah Burke, just being able to just learn, being able to work in around everywhere like Mustafa Ali. I mean, there's been so many people I've learned so much from. So it's been a privilege and it's been an honor to be able to even step in the ring in the same arena as some of those individuals. Something that I don't oversee or have any oversight of, and it's truly been an honor. So I would say those are like my fondest memories and matches. I cannot put one up there over any of them. So
Okay, okay. See, what's a Tough Love OVW's pay-per-view? You have a triple threat match with Star Rider and what's his name, Jake Lawson. Um, so yeah, take us through how that came about, and yeah, are you confident that you're gonna walk away with the belt? With the belt?
I'm always confident. I'm always sure. Always has a mindset going into every competition. At the end of the day, we have someone that's my brother, someone that's been a part, someone that I've looked at and supported and helped me through things, someone that's been a part of the trifecta, someone who's made, you know, so many memories with myself in the ring, someone that I've shared a multitude of matches with, right? You know, going into a match like this, we need to make sure that our past doesn't get in front of what's in front. And what's in front is that I really want to show why I am astonishing to the OVW faithful. I want to why I am that
Mm.
I say I am, and why I've been shackled back a little bit more than I would like to. And now, necessarily, this is not an insult from Wallace. Unfortunately, he has something I want, and that is the Digital Media Championship at OVW. That is that he's held around his belt for way too long without building it to be the championship that it deserves to be right now, because all it is a belt. It is not a championship at the moment. It has not been defended or been appreciated as such in a long time. So my goal, my
Mm.
vow is to go in the top of either A, walk away, new media champion, or B, giving everyone a reason on me going forward and why it should be mine in a matter of time. So whatever the outcome may be, I'm in there with two very tough competitors who I have respect. I just want to make sure that Star
Okay.
Rider didn't bite off more than chew by stepping into my match that was rightfully mine. And for Lawless to make sure this isn't personal, this is just strictly business.
I like it. Um, have you had the chance to work for any notable companies like AEW?
Yeah, recently in the past couple months back when AEW was actually in Fisher's Arena here in Indiana, we get a match on ROH. So I was able to be in a
Okay,
tag
okay. Yeah.
match against the Outrunners, and actually my tag partner, my trainer too. So is my trainer Jake
Okay.
Oman as well. I was able to go out there and
Cool.
have a match in front of obviously AEW agents as well as for ROH and fans. So it was a great experience that I had to be able to go out there and showcase in such a bigger spectrum. So I am ready for it. I've been backstage at a multitude of TNA tapings, WWE tapings. I'm just waiting for the right opportunity to present itself where I'm able to go out there and show them why I am who I say I am.
Hell yeah. I like it. I like it. Um, see, let's if so I know you have to be good on the mic and in the ring, but I mean, if you have to pick one, what would you choose?
Well, if you had a hypothetical gun to my head, right, and you're like, hey, if you had to be one or the other, I solemnly swear, if you are one of the best on the microphone, you can get by with a minimal
Right.
moves. Not necessarily saying what we've said and whatever, but I'm saying if you were able to tell a story and convey and make and feel emotions and have investment into build storylines. Now we're all talented, we're all trained, we are all professionals out there. We all can do these moves you see on YouTube, TikTok, etc. But making it mean something, making it doing things to have a reason, and for things not working out, having repercussions for them not working out. So, microphone skills and ring skills, perception, visibility, draw factor, all these things are important. But if you're able to convey yourself and make people feel something, that is truly you are going to win.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Um, have you had any unusual experience in wrestling so far? Like backstage, catering, something goofy. It could be in a match,
Not, not nothing goofy yet, man. I mean, we have our days
something.
where you forget your knee pads, you forget piss, you forget something. Tire breakdown. All these things. Nothing more than out of the normal. You're gonna experience some things. You're gonna have some of these issues come up and come arise, but nothing embarrassing, nothing too crazy.
Okay.
I really haven't had any one of those experiences happen yet, which means I am due for something crazy to go wrong. So whether it's a wardrobe malfunction or something, I don't know, but by the grace of God, that hasn't had any of those issues happen yet.
All right. All right. Um, have you had a strange encounter with a fan?
I love my fans. I will preface it with
Okay.
that. I love my fans. I adore them. Without them, we are nothing. Without the fans, we are nothing, right? But sometimes
Right.
people think they know more or they're more in the know of what's going on than they are, right? We're telling us there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes that we are not showing because it's not this how that's going to work, right? So I trust, and everyone just needs to trust the process and believe in the process and let us take you guys on this emotional roller coaster, feeling with emotions and having a good experience and having a great time and being entertained, and then able to go out there and do what we do. And then post show, before show, meet and greets. If you want to stop by, you want to say hi, you want to follow me on social media, I mean, all that is greatly appreciated. I do the best I can by responding back to all my fans that message. Do tons of interactive things. I'm trying to stay on top of all of it. So please, all that is greatly appreciated. All that is wanted. Just sure that sometimes we have boundaries and people have space. So please respect
Absolutely.
that. And then we are going to have a great time here.
For sure. Do you prefer working as a heel or babyface?
I I don't think there's one or the other. And that's where I'm gonna keep
Okay.
that as is. Where I think everything's up to situational, and if I need to go win a match, I will do whatever it takes to win that match.
So you're neither. You're just in the middle. You just want to go win a match.
I
Okay.
am just
Okay.
Ashton Adonis, baby. That's it. I'm Ashton Adonis. Cheer me, boo me, do whatever emotion that you feel to do at that moment. I just want you guys to make some noise, be entertained.
For sure. For sure. Did you end up wrestling in the pandemic era?
So no, I actually wasn't able to. I wasn't trained
Okay.
yet,
Okay.
actually. So I
Okay.
got trained after that. So
Okay.
I didn't
After that.
experience
Gotcha.
it. I was in and out of a training school at that time in Massachusetts because of the pandemic. Schools were shut down. They were open. They were shut down.
Okay.
And obviously, Massachusetts was a little bit more strict with some of the confinements with the pandemic happening. So I wasn't able to be as ring as much as I'd like to. It probably delayed my graduation process a little bit, but
Mm,
nonetheless, I wasn't able to experience it. I heard a lot of stories, a lot of headaches came from it. And at the end of the day, people were just trying to entertain individuals and trying to make it worth the while of either staying out, keeping the audience count low enough, guidelines, spacing, all that type of stuff. So I wasn't able to experience that, but definitely something that is kind of the way we look at wrestling and the audiences.
yeah, for sure. For sure. Um, for Ashton Adonis, who are your influences? Who influenced Ashton Adonis?
Other than my trainers, right?
For sure.
Yeah, trainers, man. I have a lot of respect and a special shout out to obviously Jake Omen trained me. Definitely people that have helped in the way, like Doug Basham, Al Snow helped me. A lot of respect from them. But from a entertainment standpoint, where I look at like from a TV perspective and kind of where Ash and Don kind of came between, someone I really look at and respect a lot of is the Miz, and that's where
Okay.
Sunscape
Okay.
came in, day out, long career, longevity, never had serious long injuries that have taken him off the shelf or hindered his, ability to perform day in and day out. So there's a lot of factors, right? Like there's a lot of people that you look at from a move standpoint. You can be a technical master like Dean Malenko. You can like Bret Hart, who's one of the best. Like Shawn Michaels, who's a little bit over the top. You have all those factors where you take a little bit from everything, but you eventually find your own stride. You find your own character. You find your own persona, and then it's going there and being able to be that person, believe you are that person because you are that person, and being able to go out there and
For
make
sure.
people want to see you win or see you lose. Either way.
Do you, as a fan, do you have an all-time favorite match?
WrestleMania.
25?
Can't go wrong. Yeah, can't go wrong.
Okay. Yeah. I would say that would probably
One of
be
my other
my
favorites as a fan.
what is it?
One of their favorites as a fan would probably be, I think it was 2008 or 7 Armageddon. And it was a triple threat when Jeff Hardy
Jeff
became the
Hardy.
champion for the first.
Yep, that's my other one too. Yeah.
Mhm.
Who would be a dream opponent for you? It could be present or past.
Oh man, if we're doing present and past, I've said this numerous times, so I'm gonna stick to my guns with my decision. How near and dear. So my one opponent that I believe can still happen, and anyone who's watching that has the ability to make this possibly happen, I'm throwing the ball in your court, is myself versus Nick Nemeth. That's somebody
Ooh,
I've wanted to learn from, talk to, able to work with. I think he's one of the best to ever do it, and that's somebody who's watching. Whoever can make it happen,
please.
let's do it.
Yes.
I
Yes.
will be there. I don't care where I got to go, where I got to drive to. Nick Nem. That is something I want to happen.
Okay. Okay. Possible Ashton Adonis versus Nick Namath. I would like to see that. I think that would blow the roof off the place. Um,
Yeah.
you see, have you had any significant injuries? Did you hear me?
I'm sorry, man. The microphone cut out. What was that?
No, you're good. Have you suffered any injuries? Late. I know I don't like asking that question, but like, I know it's wrestling and stuff. And have you had any like
No
bumps,
injuries
bruises?
that have been more than a couple bumps and bruises.
Okay. Okay.
Thank God, right?
What are your
Knock on wood.
thoughts? What? Right, right. Knock on wood, for sure, for sure. What are your thoughts on the state of the industry and the business itself?
I think it's the best it's ever been. I think there's so much potential out there for professional wrestling, but there's also, with a lot of good potential, comes with a lot of, I would say, opportunity as well. We just, as talent and
Mm-hmm.
active superstars, we need to be able to lead by example, drive the car forward, right, and keep the train on the tracks. Because with so much potential and opportunity, we really need to ensure that we're really living up to our part, and that means looking the part, being the part, and acting the part. Because if you're going out there and you're on your social medias, or if you're acting, I'll just respectfully saying, if you're acting like an idiot online, we just, that's a exception to the whole business and
Yeah.
individual situation. And sometimes if you let people in, they may not know the whole situation. Then you're letting people just make assumptions of your business, and you don't want that. Respectfully, we just need to make sure we're just doing our right thing. We're here to entertain, and we're here to go out there and do what we can each and every night and staying as healthy as possible. With that being said, wrestling is one of the strongest entities that's ever been. It's making the most money it's ever been from a WWE perspective, right? From a fan's perspective, we're able to go in different countries, continents, etc. So let's just keep driving forward, making it as successful as it can possibly be, and then we will all succeed together.
Absolutely. That's why I try to bring. I try to bring more people to who hasn't been involved or like who hasn't seen the business. Um, just bring them in. You know, it's a great time. It's what you guys do is magic. That's what I tell people. What the mixed arts guys do, that's arts, and what you guys do is magic. You guys create something special in the ring, and I hate when people say it's fake because it's not fake. It's predetermined, whatever you want to call it. Um, but like the moves and everything, the stunts you guys do, like it's magic. It's absolutely, and that's why I get into it, and that's why I've started this podcast. I've brought in a few wrestlers so far, content creators already. Um, yeah, our job as content creators is get more people involved into the business, and like to get more people involved in the smaller promotions as well, indie wrestling. Um, but yeah, that's my biggest thing. If you could give any advice to your younger self, what would it be?
If I had to give advice for myself, it would be to get into it earlier, as soon as possible, right? And
Mhm.
just keep staying the course, man. People are gonna say things. People are gonna try to get your focus. So just stay focused, guys, on the prize, and that's with anything. And from a schooling perspective, from if you're getting an education, if you want to go to college, if you want to chase those ventures, I mean, just stay focused and stay on course. Because if you take the time, put in the effort, and you push through, you will get your substance out of it. You will be able to get the fruits of your labor from that. And that's where I just wish I was able to go back and tell myself this earlier. I'm going to take the opportunity that I have now and go out left in my body. So I'm going to leave A, and I really just want to have everyone to be a part of the journey there.
Absolutely. Um, do you do you have any advice to young folks who are trying to break into the business?
Every bump down else is going to be working harder than you are, and you have to outwork that. You have to outwork the person you know is working harder, because everyone wants to main event at WrestleMania. Everyone wants to be signed. But what are you going to do differently? Make sure that's a reality for you and not somebody else. So hard,
For sure.
stay on the focus, stay on the track, and be the best version of you possibly can.
For sure. Do you have a favorite move you like to do?
Well, I got
What is it?
your move that I prefer to use. It's helped me win multitude of championships in the independent scene, help me win multitude of matches, help us become a two-time tag. It's a
Okay.
move that I like to more than not. So that's the knockout blow, man. Knee pads down, game over.
Heck yeah. Um, do you have a move that you won't do or won't take? Exactly. Sorry.
Not necessarily with the right partner.
Okay.
No, no
Yep.
worries. I knew you meant. Not necessarily. I say never say never.
Okay.
Never say never. There's always and if it's called for it, then we're gonna trust, and you trust me, and I trust you. Let's go out there and let's knock their shoes off. So
Right. Facts. What's your finisher? Um, and then what's your finisher again?
and all knee all. It's the running knee.
Okay. Okay. The running knee. I gotcha. Do you have? Are you wrestling at all this week? I know you have tough love, but are you wrestling at any other promotions?
Yeah, on the agenda for the schedule, again, you can find my schedule posted all over social media. I have it pinned to my grid on Instagram, Ashton underscore Adonis underscore. It is there, but for this weekend, I have OVW obviously on Thursday. And on Saturday, I'm a company called Super Shogun, and that will be taking on Anthony Totatelli on one in their matchup. So it'll be a great matchup there for sure for them. So
Okay.
little OVW sneak peek again.
I'm about to say you wrestle a bunch of OVWs at different promotions, or
Depends.
that just happens every now and then. Just depends. Okay. Okay.
I'm down to go anywhere for any company and work whoever. It just happens.
Right. Right. Have you got the chance to work with the what? How would you say it? Language barriers. Opponent that has language barriers. Did you hear that question? That question was yeah. Have you had the chance to work with any other wrestlers that had different
I'm
languages?
sorry, who was it?
Did you have the chance to work with any other wrestlers that had language barriers, like like Mexican wrestlers, maybe?
Not responding.
Is it not? Can you not hear me? Hold on.
Sorry, man. Server getting a little weird right now.
Yeah, you're good. Um, can you hear me now? How about it?
I
Okay.
can't. It keeps cutting in and out.
It keeps cutting in and out. Ah,
No, never had to working. It's something that I'm open to doing, of course. I don't think it should be any issue for all professionals to be able to make it work. Eventually, I think it will just take time to be able to make it happen.
for sure. Um, do you have any questions for me personally? Um, I guess, yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll wrap that up then. Well, sorry about that, guys. Um, it was kind of spotty. I don't know what happened. Um, but yeah, I got a little bit of pieces of it. I mean, it's 40 minutes, but um, oh, there we go. Maybe go over here.
Hey, can you hear
Can you
me?
hear me now?
Yeah, it just kind of kicked me. That was weird.
I'm sorry about that. Um,
No worries.
can you share an example of a time where you had to improvise during a match or storyline?
So, kind of the stories are always based on how the reaction is getting portrayed from obviously the fan. What direction we want to go on reactions alone, we've had a lot of times we've had to improvise on the fly. There really isn't much experience where we've had to derail a said storyline or match or thing per se. But there's always been times where we've had to improvise and just kind of figure things out how the reaction we are getting perceived from the fans.
For sure. Um, how does it feel like walking through the halls of OVW? You know, realizing that John Cena, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, The Miz, has walked through the halls also. I mean, that's pretty cool, and
It is,
it's
and
gotta
that's
feel
where
surreal.
yeah, it was, and that's where I've said earlier with being a part of somewhere so prestigious with such a lineage like OVW is something that I thought of when I was now being able to go out there and do it and be a performer and on their active roster is huge. Where it's been nothing but just making sure we're staying in the best mind space and best space that we can be in for that. So being in that locker room, sharing the place that they've been before, is something that you cannot take for granted, of course. And it's where it's a privilege to be able to be there. So being there, knowing what's came from there and able to see what they've turned into is something where you're like anyone can you not anyone can do it, but we all have the opportunity to do what they've done. And that's
Mhm.
really inspiring.
For sure. Um, let's see. So as your character, you would have to, provide a lot to get the fans' reactions, or like how important is it for your character to get fans' reaction?
It's like
Yeah,
making sure people feel invested. You gotta feel invested. Make them have that
for
emotional
sure,
attachment to what's going on. And that is the best way to keep engagement and investment into your product. Is if you're going out there making them feel something, making it feel real, making it feel like it's something to feel. So that is the best way to keep them, invested into what's going on.
for sure. Do you have any goals for 2026?
Be the best version of myself, top 2025, and keep moving in the right direction. I would like to go to different places. I would like to wrestle some dream opponents of mine. So again, and help make any of these happen, hit me up, please. My email is attached to my Instagram. I'm open to go anywhere, anytime. Just give me a call, give me an email, shoot me a direct message. I don't care. We can make it happen. I'm willing to do whatever and travel anywhere to. So just go out there and see the world and be able to travel and get as many eyes on myself as possible.
For sure, for sure. I think we're gonna wrap it up now. You've been a great guest, and I love having you on here talking wrestling. We have to do it again for sure.
Yes. Yeah. I
But
appreciate
yeah,
that. I really, if you
guys,
guys bring me back,
for sure. Check out Tough Love OVW. You know they stream on the you say CSN network.
yep. So we'll be on YouTube. We'll be on Fight Triller, whatever they would like to call it now, CSN Network. So I mean, a lot of places. Best bet, YouTube, can't go wrong. Follow your favorite streamers. Probably streaming it as well. We want comments. We want people to be a part of the action. We want people blowing up the chat feed, sharing the flyers. Follow me, follow OVW, follow everyone I've listed and talked about here. Obviously afterwards, but we'll be out there. We're showcasing every week, monthly pay-per-views, private pay-per-views. They're free to stream, so just be a part of the action, please.
Right. Absolutely. But yeah, this is episode 18 with the Ashton Adonis, and I appreciate it. Like again, I've shout out my sponsors: WG, Advanced G, Rogue G. Use my code CWE99 for 10% off on all purchase order. And also be sure to check out my new sponsorship called Whip Energy, caffeine pouches. Uh, and then, yeah, if you guys want to scan the QR code, check out my merch. I have some merch in brainbusterstees.com, but Ashton also has merch in what you say, Pro Wrestling Tees.
It's all on my Instagram. I
So,
have links attached to it. It's Pro Wrestling Tees, or you can find me. I'll mail you stuff. I'll get you a new jacket made. We come in 18 different colors there. You can be simply astonished like me. We have tracksuits going right now, and we have t-shirts, of course. So again, we'll make it happen. I have whatever you guys need.
cool. Bet. All right. Yeah, this is episode 18. And yeah, if you guys like this episode, give me a like, give me a follow, and be sure to check out Ashton's social media page. But yeah,
Please
peace
do,
out,
guys, so
guys.
we can all be astonishing together.